Hey, folks, Daily Landsblog for the 13th of November. I should remember 2020 because it's Corey's birthday today, which makes me happy, but that's not what the Daily Landsblog is about. But he seems to be doing well. They had, of course, this really awful experience of losing their dog, who was still basically a puppy. Very proud of Corey, and my wife and I had when he was young, it was like, oh my God, because he was really overcome by anxiety, and anxiety really was, I think you could say, the dominant force in his life. Would you agree with that, Case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And video games.
And video games. But I think one of the reasons why he played video games was that, he was anxious about going outside and doing the same, the kinds of things that kids that didn't have that kind of anxiety would have. And I'll tie this into conversation that I talked about yesterday, right? That I had taken, I mean, I don't know how would you refer to it? He's not my patient because I'm not, I'm not a professional of any kind. What would you say? A what? A new friend? But, so you think about that Case.
Like you're kind of mentoring
Yeah.
people through depression.
Yeah. Someone who I can give the benefit of my wisdom built up by having battled this illness. And we had our first phone conversation today. And he or she, listened a lot. And there was a couple things that stood out. Number one, it's clear to me that this person is very, very smart, and an excellent communicator. And when I said that, the reaction was, "That's not true. You don't know. You don't know me." He wouldn't give himself the credit he wouldn't take the compliment that I was giving. We talked for an extended period of time, and I think it's important for me, it's useful for me to share this with you, because what this person is going through, many of us have gone through, and the idea that someone understands you is still one of the most valuable things that you can hear. Because I truly believe, and he didn't say this, but I'm going to make the assumption that he or she had never really heard from someone who had experienced almost exactly the same sorts of things. Now, every person experiences the illness differently because we all have different lives. We all have different responsibilities. We all have different situations. But there are some symptoms that are universal, and when you find out that somebody else has been going through them, it can be incredibly powerful. And, there had this part of the conversation which was, "Thank you, Michael." And I said, "Don't say thank you." And he said, "Well, why shouldn't I say thank you?" And then I came back with, "Well, you should say thank you. I mean, I am, of course, giving of myself. But there's an element to this that you don't understand." And what I said was, you don't understand that this benefits me, that one of the things that we all battle, and as I said to this person, you understand because you have beaten yourself up. We all battle self-esteem. We all battle usefulness. Worthlessness is a terrible symptom. So if I can use my experience to help somebody else, then I feel more valuable. I feel like I'm worth more. And that's a good thing. I don't know what the lesson there is, but for me, the lesson that I have learned is the more I share, the better I feel about myself. sicknumweek.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. Why the hell would anyone do a blog like this 360 days a year? Why would anyone do that, especially when you don't get paid to do it? Why, Case?
Because they canceled OTR?
Because they canceled OTR, and I need to feed my ego
need to
somehow.
be on TV.
And I need people to go, wow, listen to him talk. That would be reason number two. Reason number one, I just talked about it. Because it makes me feel like I'm worth, I won't say something, but it makes me feel like I've got something of value.